What's up, guys? So comics are officially back. I went to the comic book shop yesterday, and although there's not a lot of stuff to choose from, I'm very glad the comics are back. For a month I really didn't have too much to do, or I did have stuff to do that I've been putting off, so I thought, hey, why don't I stop being a lazy mofo and actually get to the videos that I've been meaning to get to for about a month now. I'm just really excited to continue from all the stories that we left off at. I think a lot of exciting stuff was happening, and although this whole delay sucked, it kind of was pretty good for my wallet, and I am glad that there's not so much that's being put out right now, especially from Marvel. I remember there were so many comics released every single week. It was just insane. So I can imagine for somebody who can't really afford too many comics every week, that would be very difficult. So I'm glad that that's happening actually. Without further ado, let's get into Thor number 4. So a lot of you probably already know that this is my favorite thing at Marvel right now. Donny Cates is probably the best person they have at Marvel right now. I would say he's the best. Everything that he has done so far is been solid and consistent, and this series is no different. I have this whole series basically reviewed. If you haven't caught up to this part right here, you can go back and watch my Thor 1, 2, and 3 review. It's on the channel if you want to only, but if you just want to pick up from here, then continue watching the video. So we pick back up on Thor on that decimated planet fighting Beta Ray Bill, and in the last issue we saw Sif basically break up and intervene in the fight, saving Beta Ray Bill from, you know, just the hugest of ungodly ass whoopings, which, you know, it makes me sad. I don't want Beta Ray Bill and Thor to be fighting, but I understand where Bill's coming from. This is his world. What the hell are you doing, man? And Sif basically calls Thor out, which I think is good for the way he's acting. Thor is kind of having like a god level midlife crisis where he finally has the thing that he wants. He's like the king of Asgard. That's always been a thing for Thor. He's always wanted to take the throne, and now he has it, and he kind of doesn't want it, which I kind of like that. I'm excited to see where that goes in this series. She basically calls him out for doing way too much to try and prove that he's still worthy. And during this altercation, Thor throws Mjolnir at Sif, but Sif bifrosts it to Jotunheim, the home of the Frost Giants, and where Loki is now residing. And I actually really like this part. That's a pretty cool part. I think it sets up a lot of stuff to come and to like speculate on, and Loki finds it, and Loki is actually able to pick it up, which is weird and wild as hell, especially since the hammer in this series is starting to get heavier for Thor. So I don't know what that could mean. I don't know if in the future we're gonna get some kind of crazy adventure where Loki is gonna start wielding the hammer. I don't know what this means, but I'm excited to see where it goes. Sif then leaves with Beta Ray Bill to Asgard, and then there's this really awesome moment with Galactus and Thor. Galactus is obviously getting impatient. He wants to go to the other planets that hold that special power that he needs to consume to fight the Black Winter, and Thor's like, hold your horses. And Thor actually takes back the power cosmic from Galactus, because Thor actually gave back the power cosmic to Galactus to fight Beta Ray Bill, to make it, I guess, even a little bit more fair. But yeah, so he just takes away this insane power at his will from Galactus, and I love this. Okay, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love when they let Thor be a god. I like this because this shows that Thor isn't somebody to mess with. Okay, I like that they show that Thor is this guy, just like Galactus, just like any kind of big Marvel threat. He's on that same level. He's not somebody to be messed with. They're putting respect on Thor's name, and Donny Cates is really good at that. He's consistent with it. I really like that. And basically this part of the book kind of fast tracks through the consumption of the other special planets, evacuating the inhabitants of those planets, taking them to Asgard where they're safe until Galactus stops consuming the planets, and they finally go to the last planet, and Thor is trying to reason with the leaders of that planet, like, hey, this thing is coming, we need you guys to get off, and they kind of decline, and Thor's, you know, trying to reason with them, and then Galactus just out of nowhere starts consuming the planet, and Thor is obviously like, what the hell are you doing? I thought you understood me the first time I told you we can't do this with people on the planet, we have to evacuate them. And Galactus is like, the Black Winter's already here, man, we gotta do this. And so Thor is very reluctant and does not want to do this, but he has no other choice. If they don't do this, the whole universe is going to basically just vanish. So Thor, in a very legendary manner, like that of legend Peter LaFleur, covers his eyes, because when you look into the Black Winter, you see like the form of your own death. And basically they're gonna fight the Black Winter, and we actually get to see the Black Winter, and it's kind of like this huge space cloud with like this three-eyed skull. It looks very, very cool, and it really puts into perspective the scale of this thing, because this thing dwarfs Galactus. And if you know anything about Galactus, he's not one to get dwarfed by really anyone. I like that they added that bit of like scale to this picture. So Nick Klein, again, he's been consistent with the art. The art in these books is awesome. The coloring, Matt Wilson, I remember his name now. He's awesome with the colors in this book, does a great job with this book. Again, I really enjoyed this book. I'm enjoying the hell out of this series. I think if there's one book you should get, especially from Marvel, this is the one you need to get. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. This series is the most consistent series at Marvel. Great art, great story, great colors. This is the one, guys. and I can't wait for Thor number 5. It probably would have already been here if everything was all right in the world and everything, but it's all understandable. Let me know if you actually read this issue and what you thought of it and what you think of the video. That's pretty much it, guys. Let me know your thoughts, of course. If you like the video, leave me a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you want, subscribe. I always appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.